Computer. Perfect. Well, welcome everybody to Diamond Zone Wednesday edition. We have a special treat for everybody today. And just before we get started, and to introduce our guest speakers today, just a couple of housekeeping notes. Remember, today at noon, we have the European launch call, 12 o'clock, diamondzone.world. Now, obviously, I market it as European because we have so many people out there now, but it's in English, so you want to market it to everybody. 12 o'clock today, diamondzone.world. And then, of course, tonight we have our 6 o'clock, like we do every Sunday through Thursday. And Anne-Marie and John Stroh will be doing that presentation. So, guys, you want to market. The next big event is when? 12 o'clock. When's the next big event? 6 o'clock. So we're always promoting for the next big event. So we want to make sure that all of you are very aware of what's going on. Also, the update call, corporate update call today. So just always make sure you're in tune with what's going on, because this is what we do. We just move people through all the different events. So without further ado, guys, I wanna bring up our guest speakers. And I first want to introduce them to everybody. You know, these guys, Chad and Nattida, they've been in the industry a long time. And they are really, for me and Lisa, the examples of what could really happen to your entire life in 1 year. In 1 year, what's really happened, we're going to talk about that a little bit today. But these guys are number 7. I want you guys to embrace this. Number 7 in the world, top earners. Not in World Global Network. In the industry of network marketing, that's over 60 years old. Nattida, not so much Chad, is the number 1 millennial earner. Chad's a little bit older, okay? But I will say this. Chad's looking really good. Have you guys seen Chad? Chad lost some weight. Okay, Chad's looking buff. It's
33 pounds.
33 pounds?
So far, yeah.
Because the helo literally said that he had high blood pressure. You would never assume that from someone that young. And we went to go check in Thailand. His triglycerides were off the charts, cholesterol off the charts. And they said he definitely needs to lose weight. And imagine, so this is what I love. Sorry, I'm going into all this spiel right now.
Yeah, no, hang on. I'm not done my introduction. I'm not done introducing you guys. All right, so guys, I want a big warm applause, Diamond Zone applause for Chad and Nattida. And I do have some rules though, Chad and Nattida, if you would just please follow these rules on Diamond Zone. This is a don't hold back type of a group. If you could see, we have 147 people on. We average about 120 to 130 every morning. And these are serious people, guys, that really, really want the nuggets. They don't want to candy coat it. So I know we're going to do an open session, and I just want you to feel that you could tell them exactly how it is, because that's what Diamond Zone is really all about, and what we pride ourselves on is really giving them the A to Z of really how to build this thing. So that's my only rule. If you guys would, that would be awesome if we could do that. So without further ado, guys, Chad and Nattida Chong.
Thank you. Our first rule is that if you want it raw, then our rule is then accept it all. Okay, just accept it all.
Good.
So we're excited to be here, guys, and we can't wait to share with you guys the little nuggets here and there on what we know for a fact is something that can take you guys and your business to the next level.
Perfect. So first thing I want to do, guys, I want to kick off with a question. We're going to do a question and answer type thing. And if something really hits you, I'll go to chat and I'll see if we can ask that particular question. But one of the things I want to start off with, guys, is this. You know, Romacio did an unbelievable presentation on how to go diamond, and he did it at the Las Vegas event, and he did it for an hour and a half the other day. But here's a question I have. I'm not a network marketer. I am not a network marketer, right? I don't have that center of influence. I'm brand new and I have really no experience. What do I do?
Well, guys, this is why we create systems. I know sometimes when someone who's not a network marketer, they hear the term network marketing, they might get a little bit, flustered, like, oh, what does that mean? Is that one of those things? So I tell people, I don't want people to be necessarily a network marketer. I want people to be business people. I want people to be like, you know what? I want to start a business. I want to expand my horizons. I want you to have a business mindset. So if you're not a network marketer, this is what I suggest. That's even better, because you are not trained the old way of doing network marketing as we have been trained a long time. One of the themes that me and Nattida are talking right now is create the change. Create the change. When we started with Will doing everything online, we had to create that change. And now with all our leadership, we don't want to go back to the old way, as Travis suggested yesterday, last night on our WBO. So follow the system as though you are a student at school. At school, the teacher will say, do A, do A, do B, do B, do C, do C. Those are steps to success, to getting what you want in life. Guys, all of us here have a dream and goal. And whatever we're doing right now, and if you haven't achieved it, has limited you to what you could get in your dreams and goals. So for you to get what you want, you have to think differently and do differently. And don't categorize it as network marketing. What you got to do is, oh, I got to take these steps to get to where I want to go. For example, if you want to lose weight and I'm telling you, hey, have better food proportion, do some sit-ups. When I ask you to do sit-ups, I'm not going to ask you to be a fitness trainer full-time. That's not what I'm asking you to do. I'm asking you to focus on the immediate steps. So in Will, we have the 5-5-7, right? And we have the 2-minute, 7-minute, 30 minutes. The goal right now is however you connect the people, however they may be natural, connect, and listen to them while they're connecting. And this is what we are a master of. We ask questions. Be good at asking questions. When you ask the right questions, they will tell you and they will give you clues on things in their life that they're missing. And all me and Nattida do is we connect those clues and say that World Global Network could, and the word is could, be a solution to help with the situation right now. Watch this 2-minute video, you'll know. What we always do is connect the prospect to the video, but with a reason why they're watching the video. All the time, connect first. Connect, show the 2-minute video with them having a reason why they need to watch it. For example, there might be a person say, you know what, I do 3 shifts a day. I'm at the restaurant talking to the manager. You know what, this job is tiring. I've done it for 30 years. I don't know anything else. And I might say, how long more do you want to do this job? And they may say, look, I don't want to do this anymore, but I have no other option. And you say, you know what, there might be an option where you can stop doing this and replace this income. What is it? Or watch the 2-minute video. So I'm tying the 2-minute video to a technique, guys. Keep on connecting, keep on showing the 2-minute video. After the 2-minute video, I always say, if they're ready to buy, let them buy, then show them the 7-minute video. If they're ready to buy, let them buy, then show them the 30-minute, follow the steps.
And one thing that I do also want to clarify is a 2-minute video. You understand that it's a 2-minute commercial, that it's strictly just product. Okay, so there's so many ways that you connect with people, whether you just want them to be a product user and you just show them and say, hey, oh my goodness, this would be perfect for your dad, or this would be perfect for your daughter or your friend, et cetera, et cetera. That's just the product. But just like Chad said, once you connect with them and you let them know like this can be something that can get them to where their dreams are or what their goals are. One thing that we like to say too is, hey, how would you like to see how, let's say Chad and Tina or whoever made an extra $600 a week by just sharing a 2-minute video? So they already know that that 2-minute video is tied to something that could help them financially. But going back to Jeff's question about what if you're not a networker, what if you're not in network marketing. You have no experience with network marketing. But at the same time, the reason why network marketing is called network marketing is because it's about building networks. It's a relationship marketing, a relationship business. So understand that myself and Chad, Ramaka, Mike Sims, Jeff and Lisa, Jeremy Roma, all of us at one point were at the same situation as a lot of people. We had no experience. We weren't quote unquote network marketers. It's networks. And even for myself and Chad, here's the thing. When we first started building in this industry, so I was born in California. I moved to Thailand, grew up in Thailand, then moved back to California with no network. Chad was born in Malaysia, grew up in Australia, moved to California for me. We got married. So we both had no network, but we built our network marketing career in California where we had no network. How? We went to certain places. We said, hey, you look sharp, et cetera, started building cold market relationships, switched back to Mormon. If they said no, we always say, who do you know that you think would be great at this? That is a question that I would write down if I were you. Who do you know that you think would be great at this? Or even who do you know that would love this product, right? But being great at this, so many people, you have no idea, at least know someone who's been in this industry or someone who's influential. That is actually truly how we built our network marketing career and how we built a huge organization in Asia, because we went to a town in California, Westminster. It's like literally Vietnamese town. And that's all I did. I started building relationships with people, started saying, hey, who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? Leaders. Those leaders got it to other leaders. Then eventually those leaders brought us to a leader in Vietnam, and we started building an international market. So that's a question that I would make sure that you are always utilizing. We always say there's always a positive that comes out of everything, even a quote unquote rejection, because that quote unquote rejection, your objective is to get an answer, but your objective is to always either find someone who is going to be a recommendation for you, not just a recommendation, but who do you know that you believe will be great at this? That's a recommendation that will lead you to a positive place.
And
awesome.
To add on to that, guys, in our career in the beginning, all we did was we were the connectors. So in your position right now, guys, you have Jeff and Lisa, one of the best in the industry. We know they're great. You see them on stage. They're great with connecting with people. So some of the new people here, don't feel like you got to know everything. Ask the right questions. Then connect them to Jeff and Lisa. When we first started, all we did was connect them to our leaders, connect them to Nat and Nattida. That's why in this business, you have a leadership team that will help you. So guys, if you feel overwhelmed, learn to connect them to Jeff and Lisa or to your upline diamond or president. Just be good connectors. And that's what we did for a long time. And that's how we learned on listening to how the leaders talk.
Beautiful. I mean, I just want to just parlay off that for 1 second. When Chad and Nattida and Jeff and Lisa first got involved in network marketing, you know what? It was really all about your hometown, right? Because it was a person-to-person type belly-to-belly business. The industry's changed, guys. The world is your network now. You can network everywhere. One of the questions someone just said is, the last multi-level marketing company that came into my town devastated everybody because they live in a small town. What would you do? Well, it's not just about your small town. It's about the world. Before, it used to be about just your small town. Okay, we're in 195 countries, and Chad and Nattida, we have 11 countries represented right now on this call. And you know what? Yeah, they'll tell you. No one knew these people. Somebody knew somebody who knew somebody through a Facebook post or through some type of networking. So I love those nuggets that you shared. Another question I have, and I'm gonna preface it by this. Practicality dictates that everyone's results will vary because we are all unique and different. And basically, it takes hard work to make a substantial income in this business, and some people will make no money at all. The earnings of a World Global Network partner will be 100% dependent upon your skills, work effort, leadership capabilities, and market conditions. And one would expect a high-performing individual to perform well above average, while others perform under the average. World Global Network does not guarantee any level of income or your success. If you want to check us out, go to worldgn.com. Having said that, people will watch Chad and Nattida walk across the stage and in 12 months change their life, becoming #7 top income earners at making over $5.9 million. But here's the question that I have for you guys. Everybody sees the end result. They see you with the check, but they don't see what you had to persevere through. The question I have is, what was the biggest obstacle you and Chad had to persevere through? And it doesn't necessarily have to be with World.
You want to go first? Okay, so for me, the big obstacle that I had to deal with, I think a lot of women deal with this in general, is just the fear of rejection. You know, I was completely fearful of rejection. And this is the beginning. There's so many different stages of obstacles, right? So my first obstacle in building network marketing was fear of rejection. I literally went out, got hundreds of no's. I didn't have the confidence at the beginning. You know, I talked to all my friends and family. Every single person said no. There was times when I definitely felt like quitting. Then when we actually started to build a huge organization, suddenly all of that just went down to zero. All of it, because of company politics at that time. So that was a complete heavy obstacle that we had to deal with.
Hey, Nattida, how did you get past the fear? How did you get past your fear?
Okay, so this is what we did. Okay, so me and Chad, we love doing acronyms. Okay, we created this acronym called ARM, which is activity equals results equals momentum. Okay, so you're always doing activity, like complete activity, income producing activity. Okay, just writing a list is not necessarily an income producing activity if you don't do anything about it. Even personal development. Personal development isn't personal development, as in reading a book is not personal development. Reading a book and following what the book has taught you is personal development. That's how you develop and grow into the person you need to become. So like before, I remember myself and Chad, remember we were a lot younger when we started, like 18, and we're trying to talk to people who are middle-aged, you know, who have more income, and we are young. You know, we're thinking, how can we talk to these people? You have to understand, and plus having parents who are successful. For me, a lot of people would see that as something that was positive. For me, it was something that was very difficult because I had a shadow to live out of and to try to prove myself. Yet at the same time, I was super young, super inexperienced, did not know what to say, super fearful of rejection, an introvert, hard for me to talk to people. But this acronym that we created, which was ARM, activity leads to results, leads to momentum. If you are doing certain activity and it's leading to a not so positive result, someone's rejecting you, you go back to activity again, which will lead to another result. Go back to activity again, which will lead to more results, will lead to momentum / money. So sometimes when we get rejected, I literally turn to Chad and I punch him. Oh no, he punches me, I'm sorry. Not like nice little tap on the shoulder, you know, like arm. It's okay, arm. And we always remind ourselves, okay, it doesn't matter, go back to activity. Plus, here's another thing that we did. Since I was 18, my parents, well, they taught me this actually since they were young. My mom would always post like little pictures of things that she wanted all throughout the house. I literally thought she was crazy. And by the age of 18, when I decided that we wanted to become I wanted to become a network marketing professional at that time, I created a vision board. At that time, they call it vision board, a dream board, you know, and I wrote down everything that I wanted, every single thing. And not only did I dream it, I believed it, I envisioned it, I emotionally felt myself in the status that I wrote out. And I kid you not, it was 17 years later where all of those things came to pass. And it wasn't just things that I just put up there. Here, I wanted this materialistic thing. No, it was everything that emotionally impacted me. And I would post that everywhere on my phone, actually my phone didn't have it, but I took a picture of it because back then they didn't have those screensavers. I printed it out, put it on our folders. At that time, we didn't even have PowerPoint to show presentation. It was literally flip charts. So I put that on the top sleeve. I printed out, put it on my car, where I slept, everywhere. And when someone would reject me, I would constantly go back and look at that, because that gave me a drive. Like, it does not matter what those people's opinions thought, because those opinions of those people, those broke people, don't pay you. They're not going to get you to where you're going to go. So it's a constant mind game. You know, at the end of the day, you understand that all of this is 90% mind power, only 10% hard work. Do we work our butts off? Yes, but we work this off so much more. That's why I'm so proud of all of you who are tuning in right now to Diamond Zone, because you are prepping your brain in the morning. This is awesome personal development if you make use of what you are learning here today. So for myself and Chad, it's important to continue to do activity, because we believe that activity will get you to where you need to go. But with that activity, the backbone of it has to be your why. No matter how cheesy it sounds, your why must make you cry, et cetera, it is so very true. One of the things that I wrote at 18, I said I wanted to live in Pacific Palisades. You know, there's a certain amount of checks that I wanted to create. And mind you, this is when I was broke in terms of me, because I did not want to get money from my parents at all. You know, I did waitressing jobs, et cetera, and I still envisioned fully with my whole heart where I was going to be. I didn't know Chad at that time. And everything, I'm telling you, if I would show you guys everything that I wrote down, everything came true. Even the Lambo, which me and Chad forgot this, okay? We always go dream building. We go and physically drive around to see the houses we want. We physically go out and take photos with the cars we want. And in 2009, we took a photo with a lime green Lamborghini. And we completely, absolutely forgot about it, because we do this constantly, okay? And then just in January of 2017, as they were just doing the ceremony of saying, hey, we're going to be giving away these cars to Nattida, and Ramasio and Shane. The car that they had outside was a lime green Lamborghini. We took photos, whatever, all that stuff. I completely forgot about the 2009 one. And I went back to our computer like a few months after January, right? Just to look for a photo of my dog. And I saw a photo. I'm like, oh my gosh, Chad, do you not see this? Like, it was a lime green Lamborghini. Like, who does that? And we were just blown away. So that's a testament to how powerful it is to really go dream build and envision and emotionally feel something, because that fear of rejection is only mental. A lot of this network marketing is mental. So you have to be so strong. People ask me all the time, Nattida, how are you so positive? You know, I share that with people so many times. I said, you know, being pessimistic, being negative is something that is so destructive, okay? And they're like, okay, well, you don't have to be pessimistic, but then be real. Be real then. No, like, shipping is delayed. Merchants aren't going through. My upline doesn't talk to me. Like, be real. But here's the thing. Realism lacks imagination. And I want you to take that to heart. Realism lacks imagination, because it doesn't give you the ability to think of where you can go from here on out. So that's why, for me, anything that negative come my way, even someone who talks about stupid shipping, I get that. I don't even want to hear it. Like, I do not want to hear it, because anything that can mess with my head, my brain, my mental status, who can stop me from getting to where my goal is, who can stop me from helping other people to get to where their goals are, I'm not going to even let come in to my brain at all. Because it's not a matter of what is happening right now with world. I know where they are headed. You have to understand, it's right now in this time when there are challenges, where you guys who are sticking through all of this, you guys are going to reap the rewards the most. So that's my little spiel.
So the top millennials' biggest fear was rejection. Was rejection. Wow. How about that one, Chad?
So for me, guys, my background, obviously, I was involved in network marketing for a long time because my mom just signed me up to get qualified in a previous company. And some of you may know what that means. Instead of signing up your dog, my mom thought, let's sign up Chad instead, to be qualified. So, for me, when I made the decision to do it, the biggest fear I had was what my friends would think, because at that time I was working for Adobe. I was an executive at Adobe making good money. And I decided to quit my job, jump on a plane and go to the US, right, to be with Nattida. And a lot of people that my friends, my circle of influence at that time was all my friends who were around the same age, same place in their career, making good money. A lot of them just started a family. And they all said to me, what are you doing? You got a good job, the long-term plan, because all they know is all they know, which is that 40-40 plan, right? Working till you're 65 or whatever. But for me, I wanted to be with this lady, right? I wanted to be her. So my desire was bigger than my fear, guys. My desire was bigger than my fear. So I said, screw them. No, pardon my French, but I just went because I want to be with Nattida. Then when we needed to work, we needed to go out there and recruit and start building. My fear was, man, I'm not used to this kind of stuff, right? Maybe this stuff is not for me. But once again, I looked in front of me. Do I want to go back to Australia and get a job, or is my desire still to be with Nattida? And obviously the answer is to be with Nattida. So I looked at the process of doing this business as a way of getting to where I want to go, as Nattida was saying about dream board. So what I want everybody to know is how you overcome your fear is you got to protect the 6 inches between your ears. Some of you, have bigger brains than me, so it could be 8 inches. But protect that, and realize that whatever people think is not going to pay for your bills. My parents, my mom, actually, when she was in one company and I decided to be with Nattida, she said to us, she said some really nasty things because I stopped building her business, right? And she didn't talk to me for 1.5 years. So I had my family against me. All my 3 brothers and my 2 brothers and sisters are all professionals. They looked down on me saying, you're a professional. Why are you doing that with marketing? My mom didn't talk to me for 1.5 years, but I had a bigger desire. So when people say I have family challenges, I had family challenges, but I had a bigger dreams and goals for the future, guys. So that is how we overcome it.
But I want to add another obstacle that maybe those who are on here who are network marketing professionals who have been in this for quite some time, like veterans or whatnot. For us, a challenge that ended up happening as well is down the road, we also lost organizations, whether people didn't see it anymore, and we just had to rebuild from scratch. And that was an obstacle that we had to deal with. But one lesson that we got from that, which we 100% brought over to World, because a lot of you know, we didn't bring one person from our old organization here into World at all, 0. We built everything from scratch. And one of the biggest things, the lessons that we got is that we don't want to have our income depend on anybody else. It's based off of our own work. So a lot of the times, people would say, you know what, I have this organization, I have this one person, and just depend on that one person. And they're just focused on this one person, which makes them go into management mode. Like, hey, why aren't you inviting more people on the call? Why aren't you having more guests? Why aren't you a team builder? Why aren't you turning diamond? They focus on these other people. When now, for myself and Chad, we don't want to depend on that, because in network marketing, and I want to share this with you guys from the beginning, that you guys have the ability to just go up and then go down in a split second if you are not the one taking control. So that is why myself and Chad, till this day, we work as if we are broke completely. I don't even look at our bank account. I don't look at our back office, none of that, because I don't want that to get into my head. I want to make sure that we are working, because work works and nothing can replace that. So we are continuing going out to build and build and build, because we don't want our income, our future to depend on just one person. It's up, if it's meant to be, it's up to me. So that's an obstacle that we have to go through multiple times. We got cut from our last company as we were deciding if we wanted to be partnered with World or not. Didn't even make the full decision yet. We were cut there. So we had to make a switch in our mentality. But that's just a lesson that we want to share with you guys is to know that work. Everything should depend on you. Just by bringing one person on board or hitting team builder or hitting team developer, it should not stop there. It should continue, because whatever it hit us in the beginning, that whole concept of persistency will get you what you want, but consistency will help you keep it. So the lesson is be consistent with your work and with what you guys are doing.
Wow. Sounds like some obstacles that everybody else faces. See, you're not immune to obstacles because you got a $5.9 million check. You have more obstacles than everybody else to get the $5.9 million check, and you persevered through it. So here's another question, guys. This is from Deb. You know, people now, right now, we're sponsoring people. So if you sponsored Lisa and I, hypothetically, okay, and let's say we fought you on everything you told us to do, right? And we wanted to do it our way, okay? How would you handle, this is a real question, how would you handle somebody that says, you know what, I'm not gonna follow the system, and they have all the reasons why?
Well, people learn in two ways, guys: space repetition and emotional impact. Honestly, right now, guys, Nattida and I are so busy. If we have someone there that's seen the results and they don't follow the system, we do not give them any time at all, because we have too many people that want to follow the instructions. I don't really care about what people have done. I care about what people's gonna do, how coachable, how trainable, how teachable they are. And to be honest with you, we had some people who are big players come on with us, and the first thing we told them to do step A, and they didn't do step A. And they come back and say it doesn't work. I said, well, do step A first. They don't want to do step A, and they say, well, it doesn't work. So we really have no time. What we look for is someone that we give step A, they do step A. Then we tell them step B, they do step B. We tell them step C, they do step C. Doesn't matter about what they've done, it's about what they are going to do. And that's where we put our time. One of the biggest things that a lot of networkers, new and all experienced and inexperienced people do is they spend too much time with the wrong people, where the right people, you don't give them enough time. So time is the most valuable asset we have, guys. So give the time to the right people. And for a lot of you on this call, and I repeat, for a lot of you, you need to get out there and continue working so that you are busy finding the people to give the right time to. Some of you might be saying, well, I don't have anyone that's following my instructions. Well, this is something you got to do and go out and get it. Yeah. Nattida and I, we never take no for an answer. We always go out there to find it. So guys, find it.
My mom did a Facebook Live. Yes, even my mom is starting to do Facebook Lives. And in technology, this is something, like, a hint for you guys, get with the times, right? This will help your organization grow. But my mom did a Facebook Live, and she was talking about how you should spend time with the 10% who does the 80% of the work. You know, it's the 10%ers who do the 80% and the majority of the work. Basically, what that is alluding to. Spend time with those who deserve it, not those who need it. That's a huge, huge clue. Spend time with those who deserve it, not those who need it. A lot of the times you spend time with people who are like, oh, I don't know what to do. I don't want to do it your way. This is how I should do it. And you're trying to change their mentality. Why? Don't waste your time on that. You know, your time is precious. The reason why World Global Network has succeeded this quick and this fast is because they did it. It has allowed everything to work with compressed time frame, because we do everything online. We get through the numbers quicker. So even with this, learn to compress your time frame by spending time with those who actually deserve it, who are willing to take the steps, who are willing to fall. Like even Mike Sims, for example, you know, he's super successful in this industry. When he came here, you could see him train on this time and time again. Where he says, you know what, I completely erased everything that I learned, because why am I going to try to reinvent the wheel? So yeah, we spend.
He's a prime example of someone that's extremely coachable. He's made, I think $14 million in industry. The first thing he came on board is that, Chad, this Nattida, this tells exactly what to do. I'll follow it step by step. And I'm thinking, yeah, right. But no, seriously, he followed the game plan to the T. He followed every step, and that's why he's a president millionaire, guys. This is about what they are going to do and how they're going to follow instructions. That's it.
Perfect. And you know, and the other side of this, guys, I'm sure you'll agree, you know, all you got is all you got. And if all you have is 2 or 3 people, they control you. When you have 150 people, you control them. You could give the direction, okay? Because if you only have one person, they're telling you they're not going to do it. You're trying to make the business fit them, and that you're working from behind the 8 ball. And I love your advice. Go get another one. There's 360 million people out there. So anyway, well, obviously more than that because we're worldwide. This one's from Gus and Jan, our Grand Diamonds. You know, Gus wants to know this. And this is a real big issue that we try to address all the time. It's, okay, we keep talking about blood sugar, blood sugar, blood sugar. And sometimes I think we create our own objections by talking about something we don't have yet. But how do you create that urgency for people to want to get involved now, right, before blood sugar comes out?
So guys, one of the things I tell people is where the urgency comes in is on that last slide as well. That last slide where we say positioning is key, don't skip it, because people need to really understand that positioning is really key. I tell people you can either watch people come in after you, or you can watch people come in and then you come in. So talking about future products, it is very important that you don't oversell it. You need to let people know that the product that we have now is very powerful, and don't say that this current product will do what those future products can do. We don't know. I get this email all the time. Will this kilo work with the glucose? And I say, I really don't know, because the company has not put in a position. So don't tell people that this kilo works with the glucose, because we really don't know. It could, it may not. We don't know. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying yes. The company has not put a position on it. So I can't give you the answer, because if I give you an answer, I'll be making it up. I'm not here to make up things. So it's very important, guys, that people see that 2-minute video and see the current needs of what they want with the current product. Don't oversell what is not here. What we have already has broken every record in the industry. And one thing you have to know, just because the features we have right now might not be features that you like, do not assume that everybody is like you. That's very dangerous, right? Everybody thinks differently. Let the product do the speaking. And one of the things that I do in a crowd, which some of you have been involved in, is I said, okay, guys, think about the number one feature you like in number one feature you like in a Hilo, and shout it out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And guess what happens? Everybody shouts out something different. Someone goes, I bought this Hilo because of the sleep. What? For the sleep? He goes, yeah, I go through challenges for my sleep, and this is going to help me with the sleep. So imagine that. Imagine you sleep well, you don't think about it, and you don't talk about the sleep. You could have just lost someone. That's why the 2-minute video covers it all for everyone, so that they can see the features that they like. So guys, the key feature is do not oversell. Say this is coming in the future, just let you know what your business could go to the next level at that stage. The goal is from now to whenever that release is that you have a massive organization, and that will just take you from one level to the next. One thing I love about World, guys, for the networkers out there, you understand, is that most companies have one product as the main product, and that's the product till that company shuts down. Very hard in network marketing companies where they can produce another product to be the main product in the company. It's very hard. In World Global Network, we have a main product that, guess what, update, upgrade every year. Hilo Classic, Hilo LX, Hilo whatever the next one is. So imagine, by that time the next Hilo comes out, you have 10,000 people in your organization. What is that going to mean to your business? By that time, when that product comes out, you have one person in your organization. What does that mean to your business? So don't lose the current situation, because I'm sure all of you will say to me, hey, when do you want to be successful? In the future, now or yesterday? Most of you say yesterday. Well, what did you do yesterday to make your future different? What did you do yesterday? Honestly, just ask yourself, write down what business building activities you did yesterday. Well, if your answer is not much, then I guess you don't really want success yesterday because you didn't do anything. So watch what you say and do what you say. When you combine those two together, guys, you're going to get to success much quicker.
Oh, did we lose you? I don't know if we lost them. Did we lose you, Chad? Yeah, Lisa? Oh, no, they're there. They're there. I got you. There you go.
Are we?
Okay.
You're back.
We were for a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
So perfect. So I love that. And one other question someone has, guys, is this. I got to read this. It says, so if your circle of influence is minimal, even with a world market potential, how do you reach out beyond your borders?
I mean, for us, we answered that in the previously when we basically said, always ask, how do you know? Who do you know? How do you know? Who do you know that would be good at this? Or who do you know that would like this product or like this business, et cetera, because that will get you beyond your initial circle. You know, that's how myself and Chad grew. Like, that's how we built everything in this business. We always, yeah. So, I mean, even when we built our organization in our last business, one thing was we talked to one person who we knew would have been good at this, but she said no. But we asked her straight up, we said, who do you know that you think would be good at this? She gave us a contact of someone in Slovakia, and we never knew where Slovakia even was, didn't even know it existed, right? And so she gave us that contact, and we ended up talking to this person. That person said yes, and we had the third largest organization in Europe because of this, just that one question.
Referrals, guys, very.
So referrals, very effective. And by the way, just FYI, tomorrow, we're going to be doing some practical steps on how to take advantage of LinkedIn that could open up the world to you. So that's tomorrow. We have a guest speaker tomorrow talking about how to take advantage of LinkedIn. So you don't want to miss tomorrow. Obviously, Facebook, I mean, put it this way. The number 4 income earners in the world did their first Facebook Live. I mean, she's venturing out, right? Your own mother, right? Going out there and doing things on Facebook Live. There's so many things that you can do, right, to really build your business. But I love their advice first and foremost. We underestimate the power of referrals, and because we don't ask for them. And you'd be surprised how that opens up the world to you. So guys, I know you're pressed for time, so I'd love you to close out the call with really giving us just a vision of 2018, guys, and why November and December is so crucial to build your business through 2018.
Well, you know what, this morning as we were communicating with the corporate team, with Fabio and Alessandro kind of gave us, I'm not going to tell you a number, but kind of gave you what the TD pool share is currently. And he goes, it's crazy. It is, the current number is very good crazy, like unbelievably good crazy. So with the TD pool share that is coming for only this 2 months, for November and December, is just a promo. We need to see how the market responds to this TD pool bonus. Obviously, the people getting it is going to love it because it's crazy. But to give you an idea now, I would say World 2.0, right? In the first year, we came on board, we built some crazy results. This next year, we are working even closely with corporate because it's a relationship. Just guess what? less than a year ago, we didn't know who they were. And now we are technically say we're in bed together, meaning that, you know, we're very close. We talk to each other. So now they built a relationship. Now we can work together to mold 2018. And that's very evident in Vegas. If you were in Vegas last month, you could see that it was a really leadership and corporate coming together, bring a big event. Now, let's wind back a couple of months when we were in Positano for the PM trip. Fabio Galdi and Alessandro Senatori sat down with us, Antonio De Rosa, and they gave us the 2018 plan. And myself, Nattida, Nat Chinita, Romacio, Mike Sims, Jeremy Roma, all the present millionaires in Asia, we sat back and go, wow, over 100 years of experience at Rumor, right? We sat back and go, wow, we've never seen this in our career before, what they've planned for us. And we're really excited for 2018 because we couldn't tell you about CES. And that's a huge thing for credibility. And you may say, but network marketing. I said, well, guys, remember what I said last night. Guys, we're here with the consumer market. Remember, 63% of our sales are to customers. That's where we want to go. With CES coming and things coming along, plodding along the way, guys, 2018 is going to be another record-breaking year. But the big question is, are you going to be part of it? And for you to be part of it is about what you're going to do today. What are you going to do in November? What are you going to do in December to set you up for 2018? Victory comes with a setup. You don't see a person who wins the Olympic medal without having a setup and then working it. You need to have a plan. You need to have setup. Jeff and Lisa are amazing leaders. You got to get together with your leadership and go, I want to win. I'm here to work. Now, when you do that with your leadership, the plan they give you, work it. Don't go back a week later and go, you know what? It didn't work. It's not that the plan didn't work. It is you didn't work. You got to work. And I know sometimes this is hard, but the biggest training some people can do is looking themselves in the mirror. Like looking yourself in the mirror and just talk to yourself. And sometimes that will get you over the hurdle of getting out and doing. And as you do it on a daily basis, it becomes second nature. Like Nattida and I, we are always on the go, always working. Guess what? We get rejections too. We still get rejections because sometimes people, you know, have different phases in life. No means not now. Guess what? When we talked to Jeff and Lisa in the beginning, they weren't ready. They said, not now. But guess what? Thank God, Jeremy Roma hit them up again a few months later, and guess what? They were ready then. So no means not now, but don't let you going back to those people be what you only do. You need to spend 80% of your time bringing in new people, sharing new people. Our meeting time, guys, just to let you know, even till today, 80% of our time is for new business, not all. We don't go back and go to we don't go, hey, Romacio, let's get on a chit chat and see how things are going. Hey, Jeff and Lisa, let's get on a chit chat. No, we don't go management mode. We are always on building and recruiting mode. Guys, if you want your future to change, you got to start doing the activities that Jeff and Lisa, you know, all the present millionaires do, which is sharing that 2-minute video, connect, share, duplicate.
And for me, like that, Chad basically said it all. So I'm just gonna just end with just the fact that you have to really take hold of where this company is going, the vision of where this company is going, not even past 2018. You know, I just see that as just a small fraction. In terms of technology, you know, you already heard what Mr. Antonio De Rosa was talking about where he visualizes this going by the end of 2018 to the beginning of 2019 on a full IoT product, an Internet of Things, like one that is a standalone product, hands down. Okay, so imagine where that's going to go down. And some people are like when Gus asked, you know, how can we create a sense of urgency now? Well, like Chad mentioned, you know, you want to make sure that you are grabbing hold of that pie right now. Remember, amateurs sell products, professionals sell vision. If you're going to focus on the blood glucose now, or the full IoT product now, that means you're just focused on selling products. I want you guys to be able to become professionals at selling the vision of where World Global Network is headed. Understand that it is even beyond network marketing, beyond technology. If we're talking specifically about network marketing, World Global Network is the epitome of what network marketing should be. You know, home-based business where you can retire for once. I've been in this industry now for 15 years full time. I've seen my parents since I was 5. I've never seen the ability for them to retire until now. And when I say retire, I mean live life where you want and come on a Zoom, talk to your friends, share the business once in a while online. At the beauty of your own comfort zone, the beauty of your own house, the beauty of your own car, driving to your next destination. There's no other place that is like this. You know, the financial rewards with hard work and dedication, full income disclosure at worldgn.com, right? You saw my parents walk across stage with a $7 million check, which happened in just a little over a year. Who does that? And it's only because of technology. 100%. You have, I think, if my numbers aren't wrong, basically Pepsi, when they, let me see your notes real quick. Okay, anyways, it's just basically Pepsi started close to a century, okay, nearly close to 100 years before Apple did, okay, and their network to date is only like 100 and a few billion. That's it. Apple started nearly 100 years later than Pepsi, and they already created over 700 billion. Okay, let me give you the actual numbers. Pepsi started in 1898. Oh, I'm sorry, this is even less. Pepsi started in 1898, and everybody and their mama, their dada, their grandpa, their great-grandparents all know Pepsi. Their net worth to date is 18.2 billion. Apple was founded in 1976, nearly a century after, okay? Their net worth to date is 752 billion. Do you guys understand that? The power of technology, and we are in that. So our biggest closing is to just capture the vision of where world is headed, and don't sell products, but sell the vision. And once you guys master selling the vision, then you will see explosion in your business.
I love it. I love it. And I guess that's a great way to end this, guys, is, you know, if we're talking about blood glucose and heart rates, you're selling product and features. You got, when I met with Bobby Ugaldi 1 year ago yesterday, 1 year ago yesterday, you think he would sit down with all of us and talk about how the product works and where it came from? You know what he said? For 2 straight days, he talked about his vision. He never mentioned the product. Never mentioned the product. He talked about where he was going, and that's what Lisa and I bought into. So that's the key to anybody that's going to build this thing. But I do want to emphasize, November and December for some people have the mentality that these are 2 months to take off. You're around more people in November, December, and you will never build momentum in January unless you make something happen in November and December. Always been our biggest month, has always been December, always in network marketing. So I tell everybody to embrace it. I want to thank you guys. Take an hour of your time. I can't wait. We're going to dinner tonight, us 4. Cannot wait. We're gonna have so much. We're gonna have so much fun. But guys, big round of applause for Chad and Nattida. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Remember, noon and 6 today, diamondzone.world for 2 business presentations. You guys, thank you so much. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. And we will
you.
see you guys soon. Make sure you get your tickets to the January event. It is literally almost sold out. Once it's sold out, there's going to be no more tickets. That room only holds a certain amount of number, and we don't have that much left. I'm about to head to Thailand and promote that over there. So trust me, you want to make sure that you're there. It's in Los Angeles.
I could tell you, Chad and Nattida, 95% of Diamonds owners will be there. And the other
I love
5%, shame on you. Thanks, guys.
Bye. Have an awesome day.
Bye,
Thank you, guys. Awesome call.